So we're just taking the first few moments to get comfortable, arrive where you are, try to just center whatever that means to you. Take a big breath in and let it out and soften just a little bit. Center a little bit more. Find your balance. Make sure that you're in a comfortable position. Any position where you can just kind of let go, and feel free to pause the video to adjust if you need. So we're arriving in the space. We're getting centered. We're breathing. Of course we're breathing. Always. We're breathing intentionally now. Big breath in. Hold at the top for a second and let it out. Close your eyes if you haven't already, or at least soften your gaze by looking down with your eyes. Another breath in and exhale. With the next few breaths, we're going to invite in the life force breath. This is a breath that carries with it nourishment and vitality. It invigorates you. It livens you. So when you breathe in, your lungs are expanding, but so too are all of your chakras. All of the cells in your body, all of the little particles that make up who you are, all of the pieces of you all kind of expand and take in this nourishment with the life force breath. Take one in now. Once again, hold at the top for just a second and let it go. Breathe in slowly and deeply this time, really feeling the air fill you up. Hold at the top and blow out any tension, any weight, any heavy thoughts from the day. Just let it all go with that last breath out. And inhale again, another life force breath. Hold at the top and blow out any remaining tension or heaviness. Your only job now is to focus on breathing and to listen to the sound of my voice. Bring your attention to the space immediately around you. Where are you resting your body? What material is it? What lies beneath it? Are there any objects to your sides? Without opening your eyes, imagine the space around you, the room you're in. See how much of the space you can recall from memory, how much detail you can bring into your awareness, how clearly you can see with your mind's eye. Continue breathing deeply. Now take your attention a little bit further out. Think of the edges of the space you're in, the walls, any entrances or windows. Think about the context of the room, the building. See how much of the building you're in you can imagine and remember and see with your mind's eye. Think about anyone else who might be inside of that building, and just imagine you're floating above the whole building, looking inside and seeing people living out their lives. Now think about anyone who might be walking around outside of the building, the neighbors, the street, any activity going on outside. Remember all of the wildlife that might be there, any birds or trees. We're expanding even more with every breath we take, our awareness, our consciousness is being lightened. We'll bring our attention to the whole town, the whole network of streets, all the buildings, all the people living their lives, all the rooms. We're remembering where everything is, how it all fits together, recalling all of the familiar places, filling in the gaps with anywhere that we're not familiar with, and seeing the whole town from a bird's eye view. You might even encounter some clouds while you float. We'll bring it up higher with another big breath in, and we'll reach just the very edge of space. We can see the whole country and the surrounding waters and the neighboring nations. We're floating ever so gently, feeling nothing and everything at the same time in perfect equilibrium. We're still floating upwards with every breath, and now we can see the horizon on all sides. The planet is all coming into our mind's eye, the whole sphere. You can see some details, some structures, some familiar areas, metropoles, deserts, forests, oceans. You can see the glinting of the sun off of the seas and the oceans. You can see the rotation of the planet spinning ever so gently beneath you as you continue to float upwards, away, into space. As your awareness continues to expand and you continue to breathe deeply, you can now see the sun and moon both alongside the earth. And they all look a little bit smaller from out here. Not so daunting, a little bit simpler. We'll expand once again and continue breathing and draw out until we can see just the tiniest speck of each one of the planets of our solar system. We can see the asteroid belt. We can see all the stray debris or moons or anything that might be floating around. Things we might not know about yet. There are mysteries out here, but it's all just pure awareness. You can take another breath and expand even further until we can see the neighboring star systems. We are a part of a constellation for another world far, far away. We are abstract. And as we zoom out even further, we'll see nebulas and other clouds in space, other star systems, other entities, and they all fall into a pattern, a sort of spiral shape. The whole galaxy is now a plane beneath you, an image. a life, shining brightly in the midst of all of this blackness and void, where we float. We'll continue to zoom out again, this time speeding up a little. And now we can see all kinds of galaxies. The way we see stars from Earth is now how you see galaxies in the universe before you. Everything is so small and so vast at the same time. And we are just floating, drifting, being released of anything that had its hold on us. We drift out so far, in fact, galaxies and worlds shrinking away, that we start to see the edges of the cosmos. Drifting even further, continuing to breathe, these edges come into focus until the whole entire cosmos, everything in existence, is now before you in the shape of an egg. It's a shining, sparkling black egg. And it spins ever so gently, just as the earth does. And you sit with this perfect tranquility, witnessing everything in existence in such a small and simple form. This is so small and simple that you can hold it in your hands if you want to. Or just witness it. Or, if you so choose, you can join me in closing your mind's eye and allowing this egg to dissolve into nothingness. And just sit for as long as you need in the void, in the amniotic nothingness. Pause the video if you wish. And as you feel called to or prepared to, bring some movement back to the ends of your extremities. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe roll your wrists or ankles around. And gently blink your eyes open and return to the room. Thank you for joining me. I hope this video was useful for you.